Welcome to the critical shutdown, otherwise known as the settling in period. This is a behavior and training video from Operation Pause for Homes. I'm Lisa, a certified trainer with OPH. This information applies to both foster and adopted dogs. Whether fostering or adopting, bringing a dog home is a busy time. It's easy to forget critical basics. Today we'll discuss one of those, the shutdown or settling in period. We'll be covering what it is, why it's critical, which dogs need it, how to do it properly, what activities can happen in parallel, and where can I get help. So, what is a shutdown? Well, it can be called by different names. In addition to shutdown, it may be called decompression or decompression period, or the settling in period, which is my favorite. In a nutshell, it's a protocol or method to help a dog settle into a home, one that minimizes stress and fear. It includes where a dog stays, eats and sleeps, who a dog interacts with, human and otherwise, how to do potty breaks and walks, and appropriate activities outside the home. Why is it so critical? Well, your new dog is suddenly in a strange place, with new people and perhaps with other animals near. All new sights, sounds, and smells. That's stressful and scary. The situation can be overwhelming, increasing stress and fear. Well, stress and fear are the primary drivers of aggressive behavior and other undesirable behaviors. Whether a foster or adopted dog, your dog has been through a lot in the recent past, probably coming from a shelter, being transported, perhaps over multiple states, and time in one or more foster homes. So a shutdown is the kindest thing you can do for a new dog, and it's the safest thing you can do for everyone in the home. Well, which dogs need a shutdown? All foster dogs do, and certainly all adopted dogs do, and perhaps even dogs on what are called pupovers or overnight visits, sometimes extending for a few days or more. They may need one as well. It really applies whenever a dog moves to a different home. However, the duration of the shutdown and its parameters will vary with the dog and the circumstances. Some dogs, for example, are fearful, while some are easygoing. Some homes have more to which to acclimate. More people in the home, other animals in the home, etc. This all affects how to do a shutdown. This is the first of 3 slides on how to do a shutdown. So to limit overwhelm, the dog is confined to a room or a pen. This is where the dog will spend most of his or her time, including eating and sleeping. Notice in the photo, there's a pen, but there's also a crate in the back of the pen. I really like this setup, and I'll say a bit more about this later. I prefer rooms or pens over crates because your dog will spend a lot of time in the shutdown area. Depending on the dog, the shutdown area may best be away from household activity, or not. It should be away from other pets. Again, it will depend on the dog and the home. Saying a bit more about crates and confinement, dogs aren't pre-programmed to love or accept being crated. They may never have been in a crate. A crate can be scary, and proper crate training can take 2 weeks or more. So being confined to a room or a space, using baby gates, exercise pens, or other barriers may be a better option. I, however, recommend having a crate in the dog shutdown area and using that crate as a bed. That way, you're starting crate training during the shutdown. So, how to do a shutdown part 2? Well, a 2-week shutdown is usually recommended, but it can be shorter or longer depending on the dog. Please do use enrichment activities in the shutdown area. That includes things like Kongs, stuffed Kongs, lick mats, and treat puzzles to alleviate boredom. If the dog is stressed, anxiety aids can help, and if you need to find out more about anxiety aids, just reach out to OPH training. A key concept to a shutdown is introducing things one at a time, and that includes people. Activities outside the shutdown area really should be limited to potty breaks, short walks in the neighborhood using the same route every time, and short visits with the human family outside of the shutdown area in the home, and preferably on leash. Again, the dog should meet one person at a time so that you don't overwhelm or smother the dog with affection. How to do a shutdown part 3. So a few days into the shutdown, introductions to other pets in the home can begin. However, before the actual introductions in those first few days, you can begin trading items like bedding to start exchanging scents between the animals. When introducing dogs, dog introductions begin with what are called parallel walks. Those are basically where you're taking both dogs on a walk on either side of a street. After a period of parallel walks, if all's going well, dogs can begin brief interactions in the home on leash. And dogs should be leashed in your home for quite a while, at least a few days, maybe a few weeks. OPH training has videos giving more information about pet introductions. Please just ask. Other than household pets, your new dog shouldn't be meeting other pets in the neighborhood or elsewhere. And then excursions really should be limited to vet visits. So no pet stores or going to meet friends or that kind of thing. So where can you get help with shutdowns? Well, OPH training is here to help both fosters and adopters. And for adopters, help is available, well, fosters too, help is available by email, phone, or Zoom. For adopters, there's never any charge. For fosters, you can also reach out to other OPH volunteers and staff, and they may be a lot of help. So in conclusion, I hope you'll remember that doing a shutdown really is critical. A shutdown may be known by other names, including decompression or a settling in period. A new home can be overwhelming, and a shutdown decreases stress and fear in a new dog. It's kind of like a retreat for the dog. A shutdown is recommended for foster and adopted dogs. And a couple of key concepts to a shutdown are introducing things one at a time and avoiding overwhelm. Introductions with other pets in the home are after at least a few days, and they are done gradually. OPH training is here to help you every step of the way. Thank you so much for listening.